last problem, example 3. You delete 3 out of 16 pictures on your digital camera. What percent of pictures do you delete? So look, do we have a ratio that we're given that we need to work with? And we do. So we have 3 out of 16. Okay, what are we trying to find? We're trying to find the percent of pictures that we deleted. Okay, so we're talking about the 3/16 we deleted, and we're looking at the percentage. So how do I write 3 out of 16 as a fraction? 3 over 16. Now I need to write that as a percentage. So I can choose either of the two methods that we talked about before. Do I know a number I can multiply or divide 16 by to get to 100? I don't off the top of my head. So in this case, the better choice of the two would probably be to use the second method. Okay, so let's go ahead and divide. 3 divided by 16. Again, the numerator goes inside, the denominator goes outside. Does 16 go into 3? 0. I'm actually going to use a different color here. 0 times. Okay, so I add a decimal, bring it up, add a 0 to the 30. Does 16 go into 30? It does, 1 time. 1 times 16 is 16. I take the difference. I get 14. I know that's less than 16, so I can keep going. I have a remainder, so I have to add a 0 and bring it down. Does 16 go into 40? It does, but I'm not quite sure how many times. So off to the side, I'm going to go ahead and do some math. Let's go ahead and try 9. 6 times 9 is 54. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 5 is 14. Okay, 144 is just too big, which means I know it's going to be 16 times 8. 16 times 8, so 6 times 8, 48. 8 times 1 plus 4, 128. So 128 is smaller than 140, so it's going to go into it 8 times. 8 times 16 was 128. And I take the difference. Paro. 10 minus 8 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. I have a difference of 12. I have a remainder, so I need to add a 0 and bring it down. The only time I can stop is if the number continues to repeat. Otherwise, I keep going, unless it tells me to round. 16 goes into 120. Well, I know it's not 9, and I know it's not 8, so it's got to be 7 because it's just under 128. So let's go ahead and multiply. 6 times 7 is 42. 7 times 1 plus 4, 112. So 7 on the top. I take the difference. 120 minus 112. Get a difference of 8. Add another 0. Bring it down. 16 goes into 80. It does. Let's go ahead and try 5. 6 times 5 is 30. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. Perfect. It's exactly what I need. So 5 times 16 is 80. I finally have 0 left over. So 1,875 10,000ths is when I divide 13 by 16. But I can't forget I need to multiply it by 100. And when I multiply by 100, I'm multiplying by 1, which keeps it the same. The 2 zeros, I move it 2 places to the right, which means my answer is 18 75/100ths. Is that my final answer? Nope, I need my percent symbol because it's asking what percentage. That is my percentage. 18 75/100ths%, which is the same thing as 18 3/4%. That is another way to go ahead and divide. I could have gotten 16 down to 1, but then I would have a fraction in the numerator, and then I can simplify that, but it still will work the same, and it'll be 18 75/100ths.